just how I see it. Like, I'm learning every day. I don't know everything. I got the spiritual side of me, but that doesn't mean I know everything. It doesn't mean that I'm well versed in the God stuff. I'm just learning every day like everybody else is. And what I hate is when people act like they know. The Bible say, okay, that's what the Bible say. That doesn't mean that's the ultimate truth, because the world is ever changing, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Is the world the same as it is today as it was in the Bible? We even got the same weather pattern. So obviously there's changes. Is it not? The Bible happened. Yeah, some of the stuff in the Bible, that's history book. But what about right now today? How can I apply today? Where's the Bible of the day? How do we get through this? Because there's no blueprint for COVID. You know, you see what I'm saying? Dave? Like, where do we, there's no blueprint for Donald Trump for 4 years. You see what I'm saying? What Bible or list of what did it say, basic instructions before leaving Earth? Where's that for the now time? Because, yeah, I appreciate, it's nice to know what took place in Genesis to Revelation. All of y'all had instructions. We don't have nothing. What we got to go by? We need something.
That's true.
So you live your life the best you can. I don't have all the answers, but I damn sure ain't finna listen to another motherfucker who tell me they got all the answers. You know you won't. You ain't got no more than I got. Anyway, I rambled and rambled and rambled. Welcome back to another episode of the Recap. I am your host, Open Mind, along with your other host, Tannic.
What's going on, everybody?
Episode 27 of the Recap. Y'all caught us in conversation, y'all, but you know what? We gonna get to the lineups. But that ain't my brother. You know what I'm saying? Me and my brother always talking. We talk about real life stuff. So if it sounds boring to y'all, grow the fuck up. You feel me? Just grow up. Because grown men, we have real conversations. We ain't talk about the latest rapper, actor with shenanigans and motherfucker, you know, MC, little such and such, MC stupid ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the name ain't, why do I say MC stupid ass? Because he got a stupid ass name and he do some stupid ass shit. So I'm gonna call him MC stupid ass. We ain't talking about him. We talk about real goddamn life. Right? So
yeah, that's true.
Start out episode 26 for the Wednesday ball games. I'm gonna start us off. I'll give y'all a more in-depth approach to the lineup, because like last show, just by the way, y'all, we actually cashed out with last week's lineup. Last week's show squad cashed out because we took our time, did a little more research than normal, and actually like really picked apart. So without further ado, let's get started. I ran off enough. I want to start us off and say we got 3 games going on Wednesday for the turbo matchup. I got 3 guys in my mind, but I'm not going to finalize them because I'm going to do some research on them. Start off with Graham because Ball is out. What's Graham been up to? Graham putting up some decent numbers for his price. Going to come back to him most definitely. Now, you texted me the other day and said something about Morant. What was you talking about? You said you was kind of like frustrated with Morant. Well, you
because he was,
He
was in it was a Utah game. Like, I saw something and I was just like, should I click his motherfucking name? I mean, and it was just like, I was just going there. I said, should I click his motherfucking name? Should I click his? I said, God damn, he didn't burn me so damn much this year.
But he gave you 53 though. So there it is.
I was shocked out, man, because, you know, man, I have faded Morant religiously. I mean, you talk about Bible. I mean, in the book of Tannic, verse 1.
We're going to have thirst on this. We're going to have thirst today, y'all. Go ahead.
I mean, after like 2 or 3 weeks in, it was like, ever since, it was like after his injury and stuff, and he came back and he played the way he is, it has been verse 1, fade Morant. Just take him off. But man, he shocked when he got 53. I was like, finally.
Well, you know what? I'm not dealing with Morant, man. I'm going to leave Morant alone, bro. Graham is one of the 3 people. Kevin Porter, is his name Kevin Porter? Or is it? Yeah, Kevin Porter is another one I've been eyeing all week because I live here in Houston. I've been not watching the games, but I've been catching the highlight stats because I got local news. And if I'm not seeing the game, but I definitely see the stats immediately on the local news without having to go online and look because I'm in Houston. And Porter has been the talk of the town locally here, at least a sportscast. Not that it's a party or nothing, but whenever I flick through the local news and they're doing a sports segment at the time, they're giving the guy a lot of praise. So without further ado, he's the second one of the three, and we'll narrow it down to one when I get to. So I got Graham, Porter. What's Terry Rozier do? Not necessarily Terry, but Luka. All right. So because Houston is, they're not deep no more, right? Is Ja Wall gonna play? Even if he does play, it doesn't matter. So it's out of Luka, Porter, and Graham to start us off with today. All right. Who don't you like out of them three? Because everybody else is a fade to me. We ain't gonna fade. I ain't gonna say fade. Everybody else is not who I want to start with out of the three.
That's true. I like all three of them.
Gotta get pick one though.
Let's see.
Well, I gotta pick one, but I'm saying I gotta pick one. I can't get all three of them. But I like all three to start us off with.
Let's see here. Graham is starting what, point guard?
He's starting point guard, yeah.
Yep. I like Graham. I can see him. Let me see. Let me look at his stat line. Let me see what he had to read. When he gets his points. Most of his points come from points and assists. I like Graham.
Okay, see, I don't think we're really going to stop him, really. We're going to start us off with Graham. That's my pick. Not that we're not picking Luka, just not starting us off, right? So what position you want to do next? It's on you.
It's on me? All right, since we said we were going to do this, I've been looking at this all day long. Man, I just don't know. It's Trae Young. I think he's going to be the bigger risk. What you thinking?
I think at 8,800, I don't know what happened with him on this game where he only played undoubtedly one game. Young would like to get as soon as possible. He struggled badly with the shot. Okay, so he just had a bad game. All right, I think Trae Young for 8,800 is a good price. That's what I think. I'm not saying pick him or not pick him. I'm just saying that 8,800 is a good price, and that's all.
I know. That's the cheapest I've ever seen him on.
That's all I'm gonna say. I don't have anything else to offer. I know that makes me look like the trashiest analyst ever. But all I got to say about Trae Young is that 8,800 is a good price for Trae Young. 46 averaging points. And that's about all I can bring to the table in this conversation. I'm gonna head over to Dan.
You might as well just click on his name because that is the cheapest I have ever seen him all season.
No, I am not mad at his price. I have no qualms. I have nothing negative to say. I don't have anything to add either. All I got to say is that $8,800 is a good price for Trae Young against Memphis, and that's it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
There's probably more to that. I don't personally have anything else to add. It's just, hey man, that's a good price. No, gonna have to find a way to get that. I want Luka somehow, but we'll figure this out. Okay, he didn't have to start us off, but Luka's got to get. He's got to get on his lineup because Luka is like second grade to James Harden. He gives you triple doubles, and he's got a good matchup in Houston. So it's like, I don't know, man. I think we need to get him on his squad at least at small forward or guard spot at some point. But they ain't got to be your pick right now.
Yeah, it looks like also Porzingis is playing too. So let's shoot. I mean, Luka gonna get it regardless. Luka can be on the court, so it don't even matter.
So who you got?
Let's see here. I picked up Trey
Wait a
Young.
minute, hold on. You said Porzingis is playing. All right, before we do that, I want to take a look at Clint Capella, and I want to make a case for Clint Capella, bro.
Uh-oh.
I want to make a case for him. Right. Clint Capella has never been this expensive, but he also never been this productive either. He was on Houston. He was subject to James Harden when James Harden felt like passing the ball today. You know what I'm saying? So he would do good if James Harden felt like passing the ball to him. But James Harden is no longer in his way. And look at Clint Capella. Now, let's look at Porzingis. As far as comparison, right? Because we're doing research. Now, pretty much, to be honest, they both the same price. Clint 86, Clint 87, Porzingis 86, and Christian Wood. He just got back. Give him a couple more games to get into his little groove. But I'm making a case for Clint Capella, even though not that we can't get both of them. It's just that we're not gonna be able to get them too, and Trey Young and Luka. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody getting chopped. But I'm personally making a case for Clint Capella as like a contest against Porzingis. Because they only $100 a piece. 86 to 8,700 is the same price.
I agree with you there.
And I'm just saying, not that Porzingis ain't going to do well against his matchup. I think it's going to do well against Houston. I don't think really going to stop him. But I don't see nobody stopping Clint Capella in Memphis either.
That's true.
Just making the case.
I just saw something. Let me see. Let me see if I'm tripping or not. Because John Collins is out, and yes, I do like. I like Gallinari.
Gallinari. Oh, is he small forward or guard or what is he?
He's small forward, power forward.
That might be a good value play in the power forward spot specifically instead of small forward. You want to pick?
I'm gonna take that pick.
In the power forward spot, he's gonna put Gallinari. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and do it while I got the money. Give me Luka.
All right.
Now, here's the thing that scares me. Now, this pick is not me super confident. I am weary of this pick because look at his numbers. Right, 74 way down here at the bottom is what he does every now and then, or 68 every now and then, 64. Right. So these two, 68, 74, and 64. These numbers are what he does every now and then. But above that, 53, 43, 53, 47. These are the normal Luka numbers. And in doing that, I've talked myself out of Luka. I've talked myself out of him. Because this is the research. This is the research episode. We're gonna do more research and really like pick apart these picks. I want Luka because I feel like he got a good matchup in Houston. But let me test my own theory against myself. Right? Let me go against myself real quick. Let's look at his other good matchup. Let's go down here. San Antonio Spurs, good matchup, right? 3-10. Yep. He played the Spurs. That's a good matchup for him. He should have gave you more than 57 points, right?
Yep.
Now, the Clippers, a bad matchup. He goes off 74 points. This is a bad matchup. They lose the game. They lost, but he went off for 74 points.
But I think the risk we roll into here is Houston getting blown out.
Hold on. Here's what I'm leading up to, though. Here's the point I'm making. Last point, that other Clippers game where he scored on 315, they won, but he gave you 68 points. Now here's a matchup for him that's bad, because that's who put him out the playoffs, right? So now, another bad matchup for him that he does well in, Portland, right? Right there, Portland, 64. That's a bad matchup because they play defense.
I'm
He
starting
did
to see the
well.
trend here.
See the trend? Now, let's go to a matchup that's supposed to be a blowout, starting with New York on April 2nd, where he scores 47 points. Another good matchup, OKC. Washington, another one. You see where Minnesota, you see where the matchups where it feels like he should go off because this is a pushover game for him. This is what he gives you. So it's best to pick him when he has a difficult matchup because win or lose the game, he's gonna play hard because for one, this is a tough matchup for him. Two, he wants to win and beat the good teams. When he plays the weak teams like New York, he kind of plays lackadaisical. He gets his point, he wins the game, but he don't go off. He don't go off. Look, he doesn't go off against the matchups you feel like he should be.
Yeah,
so that's the path. So that's what I'm leading up to. That's why I'm challenging even myself. I'm challenging myself. I wanted to pick Luka, but when we sit down and break this shit down, game for game, matchup for matchup, situation for situation, it's probably not a good idea. I'm talking to myself right now. It's probably not a good idea to pick Luka because where we feel like the Dallas versus Houston game featuring a starting healthy Luka should go off, what did he do in New York? A game he should have went off. What did he do in San Antonio? A game he should have went off. What did he do? You see what I'm saying? But what did he do to a game like that with Clippers that's going to challenge his manhood? where he lost the game, but he still put up them numbers. So we get our best Luka play when he has a tough matchup, and we get our worst Luka play when he got an easy matchup. Yes, the Mavericks are going to beat the Rockets, but Luka's not going to give us no 55 points because this is a game he feel like I'm going to win this game, and I'm just going to do the bare minimum. I'm going to score my points, I'm going to get my assists, I'm going to get my numbers up, and if I feel it's falling behind, I'll pick up the pace a little bit in the fourth quarter, but he's going to play it easy because why should I? Why should I overexert myself against a team that's not challenging me? So I had to talk myself out of picking Luka, and I wanted to pick Luka. Ain't that a bit? Open mind, shut up.
Yeah.
I talked myself out of it.
I mean, you made so much sense that just made me not.
Well, wait a minute. All that sense I just made, I still want to pick him because I feel like he got a good matchup and he should go off. But because, wait a minute, do I want him? No, I don't want him. I'm gonna go get Clay Capella. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take your spot from you. I'm taking your spot. If you want Porzingis, you're gonna have to put him in a forward spot or the utility spot. Taking your pick.
No. I was looking at him while you were sitting there right now. I was like, wait, hold on, doesn't he making so much sense?
But listen, even I have to do that because I be sitting here making my lineup, we're not doing the show. And I don't do that to myself. I am so sure of myself. This is a good lineup. And then I'll be looking at my screen like, nah, it's not a good lineup. You know what I'm saying? So you got to do that to yourself. Maybe not to the extreme that I did, but you got to self-discipline. Say, hey, I like this player or that player, but is this a good pick for real? You got to it's one of them obvious situations where look at Luka. He got a good matchup. But if you go look at his game log situations where he had good matchups, what did he give you? He gave you the bare minimum. He won the game, which is more important to him. You need stats. He needs W. He don't give a fuck about our lineup. He's just going out here to get his paycheck, get them stats, not overexert himself if he don't have to, because he's trying to preserve himself in the playoffs. Why go hard against New York if New York is not going hard against me? This is Luka's mindset. Sometimes you gotta think like a star player. That we get our best play out of them when they have their toughest matchup. Well, that doesn't apply across the board. I said take that back. Because motherfucking James Harden been going off on everybody. James Harden don't give a fuck who he playing. Take that back. That theory does not apply across the board with all players. That applies to Luka. But James Harden if he don't give a fuck if y'all got 6 people on the team, he's finna get a triple double.
That is true.
So I done ranted enough. My final pick was Clint Capella because I made the case for him. And Clint Capella, I'm not going to the game log. I think we know Clint Capella is going to be, he's going to be on top 10. I bet you that. Might not be first place, but I bet you somebody who wins the money going to have him on their squad.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Josh, well, I forgot his freaking name. John Collins is out, so Clint Capella's all they got down there. Gallinari ain't gonna do nothing.
Well, he'll shoot the ball, and
Yeah,
he'll get rebounds.
But that's it. Who's gonna be their big man down there? Now that John's out.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. You're right.
All right, this is crazy. This is one of those out of their picks. I mean, yeah, I have been looking at it over. I'm not gonna overthink it. Let me see if I'm right. I don't need to be wrong on this one. What are your thoughts on Cody Zeller?
All right, let me go to details because I know Zeller's a center, but I haven't heard him. I haven't seen him lately.
Remember that night I told you to play him?
Well, I put it like this. He's a veteran, and for years I've used him off and on, but he's not a guy that I go to. So I don't have an issue with him. I just don't know the rotation of the Hornets, whether he's in or out. I don't know. So I can't really give you an answer.
He is second team.
I mean, I see his game log, but this don't really tell me much because, like I said, I don't keep up with him specifically as much as I keep up with, like, the Grahams, Terry Roziers, PJ, what's his name? PJ something.
Okay.
For Charlotte.
I just think he's gonna be that one lone guy, and he's gonna pay off his price. I think we're gonna need somebody that's lone. I would like Zeller and retail.
Hold on, let me go get him. Okay. So he was like 4,000 something.
Yeah, 4,400.
All right, 4,400. Okay, we got 24,000 even dollars left, and we got 4 spots to fill. So that means we can spend $6,000 a piece. All right, at least 6,000. But then again, we got some good picks like this guy whose name I can't pronounce, and I'm not going to screw his name up. This guy right here on my screen, a pretty consistent guy. Thunder just picked him up, and he's hitting the starting lineup. We didn't just pick him up; he's got promoted to starting because of the movements and the trades. He used to play for the Pistons. He's been moving around the league a lot, but he finally got a starting position where he's starting and not coming off the bench. And he was kind of doing that. What you see, 31.8. He was kind of doing that off and on as he bounced around different teams when they let him play. He's like that Marjanovic guy from Dallas when Porzingis was out, and Marjanovic was kind of like a beast on the court when they let him play. So that's kind of who he is. Now he's starting. He's not playing for the Pistons no more. He's on the Thunder, and he's a starter, and he's a good pick. Not settling in with him yet. Lou Williams, another good pick. Just a good pick. I had nothing. Just Lou. It's lemon pepper Lou. I mean, it is what it is. If we gotta get somebody from Dallas, I recommend Jalen Brunson. If we just gotta pick somebody from Dallas because we don't have anybody from Dallas so far, we got 2 from Atlanta and 2 from Charlotte. So that's it. We got 4 spots to fill. Let's see. All right, we looked at shooting guards. We looked at small forward. I still like Deshaun Tate in Houston, man. I mean, he's been consistent, but I'm gonna keep looking at some other players. I'm gonna go through everybody's game log. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, instead of skipping around, We've looked at Luka. I've talked myself out of Luka. Let's move on
Sure.
to Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich is very consistent, right? 6,500 is a fantastic price for him. 33 minutes, 30 minutes plus. I mean, damn, you can't ask for a more well-rounded player in Bogdanovich, right? Let's see. Like I said, Tate. I mean, I don't need to explain why. Look at his numbers. This is why I went with Tate. He's very consistent in the 33 range. The 30-point range for $6,500 is almost like it's like when you get up in the morning and wash your face and brush your teeth, you do it without thinking. Nobody tells you to wash your face and brush your teeth. You just do it, right? Well, that's who Tate is. Tate is one of them players you just pick. You don't think about it. You don't worry about it. You don't worry that he's gonna not do well. You just pick him because he at least. My bad. Hold on. Your phone acting up. He'll at least give you 30 points. 30 plus. Not even 30 even. 30 plus, like 35, 33, 34, something like that, right? And since he's been on the team, he's a rookie. He's just good ball skills, man. I mean, I ain't got nothing bad to say about the young cat. He holding his own. Dillon Brooks, always a go-to pick. Never a bad pick with Dillon Brooks. Never. Just never a bad pick. Tim Hardaway is kind of iffy. All depends on the night. Tim Hardaway is not a good pick. Just want to say that. Not a good pick. This guy, I don't know him. I've just been eyeballing him the last couple of games. He's been consistent so far, but I don't know this guy. I'm not going to promote a player I've never heard of or don't know about, but I will bring his game log up. I'm sorry. I will bring his game log up so y'all can see it. Because like I said, we are doing research on these picks before we finalize them. I'm just going down a list. I've never heard of the guy as far as like the last week or so. I've been kind of seeing him on people's lineups. I haven't been picking him, but when the game is final and the contest's over, I've been seeing this guy kind of on people's squads, like in the top 20 and shit like that. And they just have him sitting there, and he's gave them 32 points, or he gave him 35 points, and he's dirt cheap. So recommend him, even though I don't know much about him. But he's been very consistent. And last but not least, I'm not gonna go below 5,500 because at this point we can afford these guys up here. We don't have to go below here now because we got $24,000. Unless you see somebody that's just great, we got 24 grand. We can afford four players amongst these starting from Sevi. I'm gonna say Sevi because I can't pronounce his name. Starting from Sevi all the way up to Bogdan right here. This group right here, right, is of this man. We can pick 4 guys from this group with $24,000. We don't need to resort to these guys down here because we ran out of money. So of that group, we went over all the game log. I'm gonna finalize my pick with Sevi. It's on you.
Yeah, he was one of the
Wait,
ones.
let me go back and bring up this list though. Right here, right there. I'm gonna bring that up. Even though my pick is Sevi, bringing the list back up because really, I don't know. Unless you want to look at the guards, yeah, my bad. Instead of me saying everybody from this list up, I'm gonna just go ahead and pick Sevi because I forgot we had to fill the guard spot. So ignore that.
I want Bogdanovich.
Shooting guard.
Yep.
All right, bog me down. I guess I got to spend $6 grand a piece. Let's see. Give me Jalen Brunson because we have nobody from Dallas. Last pick on you.
Brunson.
Yeah, I got Brunson because we have nobody from Dallas. Need somebody from Dallas because Dallas is going to win this game. So at least we need to get some of that production out of one of them players.
That's true.
It don't have to be Luka. It don't have to be Porzingis, but it got Brunson is a starter still. He's still starting. I think he's starting shooting guard. Yeah. Tim Hardaway is small forward, and Brunson is starting shooting guard. So, yeah, Brunson is starting. So instead of us having Luka, will eat off him. Luka's going to pass runs in the ball. We'll get some of that production.
That's true. I don't even know how to say this guy's name. 5,600 play for the Thunder. He look like Russian or Yugoslavian.
The guy I was talking about?
Yeah.
All right, pick him. All right, I got money on the table that I don't want to leave on the table. And the only player that I don't like amongst this group, I'm not going to say don't like, the only player I think we can upgrade is Cody Zeller.
Yep, I can see that.
You upgrade Cody Zeller to this group right here. So let's take a look at Theo because I didn't see his name. I don't know much about Theo. He's got some decent numbers for his price. I don't know much about him. Kevin Huerter has been consistent. I definitely recommend him more over Theo or Lou. It's either, for me, it's either Kevin or Lemon Pepper Lou to spend this $5,400 on. It's either Kevin or Lou because I don't know much about Theo. Not saying he won't do well. I just don't know much about him. Like I don't. He could probably do well, but I can't recommend a player I don't know much about. I don't know. I don't pick him. Here's his stats, but I don't pick this guy to say what he does or doesn't do. I don't pick him, so I don't know. Looks like he's doing okay, but he's got a 45 here and a 43 there, so he's had some flashes, but he looked like he's holding steady at like 25 points.
I like Lou.
You like Lou?
Yeah, I like Lou.
Lemon Pepper Lou, baby. So here we go. This is the show squad for the day, y'all. Before we finalize this, let's go pick these picks apart, right? Graham. Do we like Graham? Or can we get somebody better than Graham, that can give us better numbers? Like, I don't think so, but just to double check. Nope, don't look like it. All right. Bogdanovich, no issues with that pick. I would have picked him had you not picked him, so I don't really want to go over that. Sevi, whose name I'm probably pronouncing wrong, but I'm just going to call him Sevi because I can't pronounce his name. I'm taking a chance on him because I just trust the guy, and I feel like he's going to do better than everybody below him right here, right? Like K. Williams, Kenrich Williams. I don't think is going to catch Sevi. Wait a minute, Finney Smith. He had a good game, but is he going to repeat that? I doubt it. I doubt he's going to repeat that 43 points.
He is too volatile.
He's too volatile. Josh Richardson is always consistent, but his consistency is a ceiling. He has a glass ceiling of 20 or 30 or like 25 points. It's like a glass ceiling for him. Sterling Brown. He's on the team. He's on the team. He's on the court. He's shooting the ball. He's doing stuff, but he's 4,700 for a reason. And hey, man, I'm gonna stick with Sevi. All right, Gallinari. Do you have any second thoughts about your Gallinari pick? Bringing up his game log.
No, I have nothing. That's firm play. I like Atlanta overall.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4 people from ATL. It's apparent that you like Atlanta. The only Atlanta pick I got is Clint Capella. All the 3 picks is yours. You picked Bogdanovich, you picked Gallinari, and you picked Lou. But like I said, it's not a bad thing. Okay, put it like this. We don't have Trae Young, but do we need Trae Young? We got everybody Trae Young passing the ball to. Right? Because he's the point guard.
And they all can, and if you think about it, they all can produce like Trae Young.
Yeah. Listen, he's the general. He's going to either pass it to Lou, and Lou's going to shoot it. He's going to pass it to Gallinari, and Gallinari's going to shoot it. He's going to pass it to Bogdanovich, and Bogdanovich's going to shoot it. And Clint Capella's going to get the rebounds if they miss the ball, so he's going to get the rebound. So of 4 people, no matter what happens, we're going to get some production because if you don't pass it to Bogdanovich but pass it to Lou Williams instead, we still getting that production. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at it. Plus, it's a turbo. Like, come on, like. And then listen, we got except for Houston, which I regret. Of course, I'm gonna make another squad before the show is over. So I definitely recommend y'all make multiple squads. We don't have anybody from Houston, but it's not the end of the world because Houston is going to lose this game to the Rockets. I mean, to the Mavericks. They're going to lose. They're not going to win. There's a couple of guys on Houston that can give you some points, but they're not known guys. And it's like, if you pick them and you do well, God bless you. I still like Kate. I still like Kate, and I still like Kevin Porter. I don't dislike the guys, but I'm not like, gonna slip my wrist because they're not on my lineup either. Like, it's not that big a deal. But you see how I went out of my way to put somebody from Dallas on the squad. Like, I didn't let us finish this squad without having a Dallas player. Now that is something we had to do. It ain't got to be Luka. It ain't got to be Porzingis, but it better be somebody from Dallas because both of them is gonna produce. We need somebody that's gonna eat off of Luka. And Jalen Brunson is the best, one of the best, like hanger-oners, if you want to call him. Like he piggybacks Luka because that's who Luka kick the ball to when Luka get in trouble, when they double team him or something, triple team him. He kick it out to Jalen. Jalen shoots the jump shot, and they go back down court. That's usually a typical situation. Luka hogs the ball, and he get all the stats. But when they start pressuring Luka, he kicks it out to Jalen. Jalen's open.
That's true.
So we'll get those little scrap points. Jalen's not finna give us 50, but he gonna give us 30 something. I take that 30 something from Jalen Brunson for $5,400, right? And Pokasevsky, all right? That's your OKC pick, which like I said, I don't know the guy, but I have been watching him like flame on because they numbers is flame when you playing. If they doing good, they got the flame next to them. Every night I see this dude's name, he's got a flame on his name, and then it's the game's over. He is on people's squads when the Thunder play. And I'm just like, who is this guy? Haven't been picking him because I didn't know him, but I've been watching him, and it's not a bad pick so far. He ain't done, since I've looked at lineups, it's like, I'm glad we got him on our lineup. Let's see what he do for us because this will be a first for me. But I have been watching him, and I'm not vouch for the pick. I think it's a good pick. And, of course, Lou Williams is a no-brainer. Lemon Pepper Lou. Okay? It's Lou Williams, y'all. Here's what it is. He going to do his thing. So, all right, that concludes episode 27. This has been a recap. Let me go ahead and submit this before I forget.
Yep.
Submit
Last week we were looking at it like, you got to be kidding.
Yo, we was looking at cash on our screen. I was like, whoa, this shit did well. So, mind you, I hope you submitted your lineup this time because you didn't submit it last week. You ain't get none of that cash. I did. I'm still spending on it now. I'm down to $1.85 because I've been losing. But I've been spending on that cash at 4 games. Yeah.
I thought I did, and I said, damn, I didn't do it. My wife, she looked at my phone and then she saw your phone. She's like, you motherfucker.
They don't give a fuck. Neither one of them give 2 shits about our show, bro. It is so sad how they don't care about our little show. Fuck y'all show. My wife like, fuck your show, nigga.
Wait, hold on. As soon as cash come across the table, I want that.
Dog, you know what time it is. Ooh, baby, we won. We won. We won, right? But when I lose, I lost. We didn't lose. I lost.
I made the mistake and told her. I'm like she's like, oh, we won. I told her one day. I said, what you mean? You ain't putting it nowhere. Dog, I didn't get none of that.
We won, nigga. No, nigga, I won, goddamn. But we know better, man. This is our little escape, temporary escape from the confines of the women. We could just be our burly men selves and talk about things that they don't let us talk about. We are hostages in a good way, but it's still a hostage situation. Anyway, man, it's good talking to you, brother. I just, I had a busy week. And my week just got busier because now my son working. Got to pick him up and drop him off at work now. Yeah, he got a job, but he got to get to that first paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So I got him for the next couple of weeks. I take him back and forth to work. I'm the chauffeur. I'm going to work. I'm picking people up from work, drop people off at work, and I got to go to work. And it's just too much driving. It's too much, man. I don't have time. I don't want to talk. I want to come home and sit down. I don't want to speak. I don't want to talk about sports. I don't want to talk. I just want to sit down and smoke and go to sleep. So anyway, y'all, good show. Episode 27 of the recap. I'm your host, Open Mind, along with your other host, Tanic.
Hey, good night, y'all.
And happy drafting. Creator bless y'all. Deuces.